Ooh, that was hard. All right, we're going wedding announcement or Kaido? Probably. Probably wedding. Because I don't want Kaido to get countered. I don't know what that could have. Maybe negate? No, no negate.
Get in, get out.
Get in, get out. Get in, get out. Hopefully it's no meat hook massacre. Cruelty Gix. Alright, good thing they can't hit anything out of my hand. Alright, so I need to make sure no creatures go to the grave. Plus, they're going to be able to search for any card, which is probably Meat Hook. I don't expect my tokens to live.
Now this is a juicy secret.
Double Infernal Grasp. I guess they were waiting for something to die too. I'm gonna get meat hooked for 2. Am I winning? Yes, I am. What's up, Nix? What's up? Good to see ya. I don't know why they do this now. I guess just in case they draw duress or something. That's a good draw. What do I want here? I guess I want... I have no clue what I want here. I guess I want like a duress or something. Because, like, their Cruelty of Gix... Oh, they're gonna kill my Trespasser and revive it with the Cruelty. That's smart. Which means I probably have to do the same thing. But do I want their Harvester or do I want their Trespasser?
I learned what I needed.
I think I want to do this. Discard my land. Oh my gosh, if that last card in their hand's a counterspell, I swear. Whoa, this goes to my hand, right? Oh, I guess I just don't get it for free. They said good game? Oh my goodness! I drew this in my draw step, so I actually can do this. Whoa. That was hilarious. What? Dang, they get my Sarah Paragon now. Alright, now I have to grow Rafine out of range of their next meat hook. They didn't take Sarah Paragon? What? I guess they're planning on getting another meat hook massacre? I think they scooped because they couldn't go land meat hook. They'd have to, this card would have to be a land. I probably want discard here. Like, I wonder who's playing the control deck here, and who's the beatdown. I probably want to be a little bit more reactive on the draw. 4 negates is probably too many. I like this hand. I just realized opponent's name is Stubborn Bowser. Shivan Reef. Make disappear makes my turn 2 play a little bit easier. Bankbuster never got the draw cards. Hopefully they don't slam a haymaker now. Oh wow, that can't do anything. Well, that's pretty good for us. Fable of the Disappeared Breaker. Swift End, thanks for the follow. Welp. Cut down, down. Opponent, what you got? Meathook X equals 0. I kind of wish they did X equals 2 so I can cut down the Corpse Appraiser. This might mean they have a second Meathook. I kind of don't care about this 2-2. I care about it being their third Fable, though. That's annoying. He discarded what? Nothing? Wow. Yep, third Fable and 13 cards. No! Wow. That sucks royally. Oh my, a second one. That's super annoying. They probably got this one off that one, and they also milled... They also milled the Blood Tithe. Third Fable, third Corpse. Oh my goodness! That was a really good draw. Oh my gosh, the fourth one! Oh my gosh, and Liliana. What the heck?
A fight? And you think you can win? You won't be outsmarting me.
They paid their wizard dues this year? Oh my gosh, top deck Sorin. My top decks have been awful. As in just lands. I guess the top deck Farewell was good, but like that's like the only good top deck I've had. Now I just think I auto lose.
My ways are not for the weak.
Like, that was such a bad draw. I'm just gonna lose to the Liliana's ultimate. I need to draw Void Rend. Like, back-to-back Void Rends. Children's even bad here. Because they have Liliana.
Sacrifices must be made.
Dire times call for dire tactics.
Now I think on the draw I'm the beatdown. Yeah, they drew the nuts. Hopefully they're not going to see my aggression coming. I'm doing this because I want an Archangel of Wrath for 1. Next turn to kill a Fable. I guess I could have just played it out to play around the Meat Hook Massacre. Now they have to have another Meat Hook. Slokonar's annoying. How do I deal with that? I have to attack with both? No, I have to try to draw like Infernal Grasp? I'll have 2 draws. Nope. It's a decent draw. I don't really want to play it this turn though, because like they could have Make Disappear. So I can go Duress plus Archangel this turn. Or depending on what their hand is, cast Cruelty of Gix. Wow. I guess I can't cast anything. At least my Trespasser can block Solkanar. They still need a way to return Solkanar to their hand. Because what are they gonna... What have they used already? They're gonna drain 2, and then I get the Solkanar? Have a good rest of your day, Nix. Appreciate you hanging out. They're gonna Infernal Grasp my Graveyard Trespasser, discard the Stormcarved Coast. They're gonna cast another Bankbuster and hold up another Make Disappear. It's really freaking annoying. If I draw an untapped land, I can cast Archangel and get that Make Disappeared. Wait. No, I can't kill them. Because they're going to gain 2 life here. Gosh, I really wish they didn't have 2 of those. My plan would have been really good. Wait, I could have killed them, right? No, then they would have just Make Disappeared my Tenacious Underdog. Gosh, my cards are too expensive into this card. I have to just not kick this. And then hope they can't get rid of their Solkanar? Because then I get it? And then hope my 3/3 doesn't die also? If they have Shieldred, I die. Because they go Shieldred plus Crew off the Shieldred, one of the Bankbusters, attack me. I'm forced to block the Solkanar. I take 4, and then Shieldred kills me with my draw step. So removal spell almost kills me. Shieldred kills me. I don't know what else kills me. Blood Tithe doesn't kill me. A second creature in their hand kills me. Alright, so I'm not dead. Meat Hook Massacre also kills me. Another Meat Hook Massacre. Okay, so I get the Solkanar now. I could just Cruelty of Gix my Archangel of Wrath. Farewell for Artifacts I don't think does anything though. I think I just want to start gaining life. Just so I don't randomly die. Wait, I think they were dead to Tenacious Underdog again. Yeah, they were definitely dead to Underdog. Did I just miss lethal? Yeah, they had four cards in hand. I do take a life from their thing dying from their Meat Hook Massacre, though. Oh my gosh, no. I'm dead. Gross. Like, I could have just went for game. I did the safe play and they had another Sulkanar. Her name's Joker. Trespassy boy. Or girl. Meat Hook for one? You have 3 Evelyns and never crafted any. You just pulled them? What is up with all these? Emperor? This is getting countered. You have 4 Lilianas and crafted only 2 when the set came out. Oh my gosh, your pulls are good. This deck has a slight mana awkwardness problem with the double spell. Its potential in this deck is pretty low. I need to make that better. I think I'm okay with Graveyard Glutton dying. You pulled 4 Liliana, apparently really wanted to jam her into every deck. Yeah, probably. Lick Lamb, thanks for the follow. What are you gonna do? Like, Hullbreaker horror me right now? Is there a deck list we can take a look at? Type an exclamation point deck in the chat.
I don't want to spoil the surprise.
Another Teferi? Sure.
Don't worry. I face scary.
Oh. I see what's happening here. They're just like drawing really bad cards and multiples of all cards they already have.
I am the Emperor of Kamigawa, and I will.
Nothing like a change of plans to keep things fresh.
We must protect the people. Let your blade do the talking.
All right, that worked out.
Will tell.
Now that I sweep. Hopefully they don't have a counter spell. Because that would suck. Scoop it up. Why is there a wedding announcement in their deck? And like Spirited Companion. I guess they're playing AO. I have no clue what I'm cutting. Hey, Mr. Fuma, how's it going? I have no aggression here, but it is what it is. All right, cool. We're good now. We're happy. Not happy about that. Hopefully they play Celestis or something. Unfortunate. Yo, Dark Jason, what's up? Welcome to Jamestown Raiders. What am I doing? Probably some of this. Plates of Fairy. Sure. See if I draw Duress. Nope. What? I am so confused. Oh my gosh, I can't counter the second copy. It was smart for them to copy it. Fluster Storm be like, yeah. Alright, well this changes everything. I sideboarded wrong. I don't know why the heck Teferi's in that deck. So weird. I have 8 mana. So a Wandering Emperor may disappear. Jaffer, what's up? Oh god, that has 5 toughness. I'm doing this before blocks because it depends on what they do. Ah. Wow. I can't counter it. They pay for it. Well, this game changed everything. What other creatures does this deck play besides Adeline? Well, yeah, of course it's gonna be a beating. I didn't know what they were playing, and I boarded into them playing a completely different deck than they were actually playing. Denick and AO? I don't even know how I beat AO. Seems like you still don't know what they're playing. I mean, they're playing Crokeyz list. I'm just too lazy to look up Crokeyz list. Plus, I'm not trying to be like that sweaty. I just don't want to lose. Because I don't like losing. So they play just a bunch of vigilance creatures. So Wandering Emperor's trash. So the deck is built because Emperor exists. It's one of those hands, if I don't draw land, I lose, but it's probably keep. Still don't know why they play Teferi. Seems like just not a good card. Alright, I need to draw a land or I'll probably die. There's a land. So I can play Graveyard Trespasser around the Spell Pierce. And then they play Adeline and then I Infernal Grasp it. Teferi plus Bankbuster and Teferi plus Emperor for exile vigilance creatures. Oh, okay. That still doesn't seem worth playing. It's based on stats from untap. I don't really know what that means. Like when you make a list based on stats. Like Crokeyz was like, "Oh, what's the most played cards in the format? I'm going to build a deck to play against all those cards." Am I supposed to just attack here? Like, what other choice do I have to get rid of AO? Hopefully I don't have Emperor. Please don't get an Emperor. Please don't get an Emperor. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Teferi. I mean, they can just easily farewell if I play anything. I think I'm just gonna play nothing. And just wait till I get an untapped land. Because, like, they need to deal with Graveyard Trespasser anyway. I guess I have to do this. Like, they can tap my blocker. I guess Teferi semi-ramps you also. I'm so happy they did that. Oh my gosh, I'm so... wow. I feel like that was not the line. I should definitely draw an untapped land at some point. No! Oh my gosh, they had to have that. So annoying. Oh, of course. No. Why? How are they so lucky?
Remember your training.
Why didn't they draw a card in response to probably counter this? Of course they drew Destroy Evil, why wouldn't they? Well, they are a joker.
May your blade strike true.
Wow, as soon as I draw a land, it's tapped. I've needed this land forever. Just so I can freaking double spell and play around the Spell Pierce, but I could never cast Wedding Announcement because Spell Pierce was in their hand. Of course they would draw Negate, why wouldn't they? What the heck? How many counterspells do they play, chat? Literally, how many are there? 20? 25? How many counterspells do they play? I would love to know.
To teach you.
That 10, that's it? They've just... look at this. Watch them have even more. Look, another one. Wow. How many counterspells do you want? Yes, exactly. And I can never have enough mana to cast 2 spells in a turn. It's so annoying. I need to change this. I need to find a way to make, like, more treasure tokens or something.
Blade do the talking.
Or, like, place... I need to play Celestis or something. As soon as I don't need the lands anymore, I draw them, of course. Four disappear, 2 spell pierce, 4 negate.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
I don't even think they're playing Lotus. This card's super dead. Oh my god, of course. This is like the worst timeline. Yeah, they're playing Syncopate. It was the same match. I'm so far ahead, they're top decking with nothing and top deck Bankbuster into like 3 counterspells. Oh my god. Of course. Did I play that game wrong or something? What does 4 mana stall mean? Oh yeah, the fact that I could not draw a land? Yes. And then as soon as I had enough lands, I just kept drawing more. Like I could have just played a wedding announcement and got spell pierced. But I feel like that's not as good as just playing another creature that doesn't get spell pierced. Because if I draw any land at all, I can cast wedding announcement through spell pierce. Even just literally one more land changes the mid game there just infinitely. I would have won the game like 5 turns before that if I had drawn the land earlier. Plus, they top-decked Record of Bankbuster with 0 cards. They had nothing on the board at all. And they top-decked Bankbuster. Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm gonna get this countered, but... Nope. I mean, they don't have a counterspell, so... Probably have Infernal Grasp, though. All right, well. I'm gonna kill this on their turn to make them use their mana on their turn. Now they're tapped out. That sucks. Oh my god, I'm experiencing the same exact problem here with not the 5th land. Gonna use Wandering Emperor and negate. They play Urtai, which can't get negated. Yikes. Hopefully they don't have Otawara. Oh my gosh, they keep casualtying. Ah. Our opponents are just so good at the game. I think I have to hold up negate to not lose to Invoke Despair. I'm not blocking, so I can block this with my 4/4 instead of the 1/1. Cut down's good here.
I won't let Kamigawa fail my family again. It's like your defenses aren't even there.
doing this now so I can't use Blood Tithe Harvester to kill any of my creatures. Hopefully they don't have meat hook. Yeah, I already played that deck. It's on YouTube already. It came out on YouTube like what, today? I wonder if they had that Invoke Despair the whole time. It's a card. Oh, it's a cut down? Or a voltage surge? That's annoying. I guess the stop is also a blood token. That card's awful right now. Am I dead? I'm not dead on board yet. Hopefully they don't have a removal spell for Bankbuster. And since that wasn't negate, we lose. Alright, I would love a Tenacious Underdog next turn. Destroy Evil's probably not going to kill anything they play next turn, so I'll just play this. Yeah, the domain cards are really good. Did Arena just crash? I mean, I really hope they don't have another one. They do not. I'm gonna keep my own Graveyard Trespasser in there for now, because I am playing Sarah Paragon. They probably have like Negate in their hand. Oh, they're missing red mana. They probably have a handful of red spells like Fable the Mirror Breaker and stuff. Alright, on the draw, I am bringing in my negates. And Farewell and Destroy Evil. And I'm taking out my proactive cards. You're not going to build the domain decks, you know? Yeah, it is a lot of rare wild cards, right? I think I'll take a turn off of countering something. Hopefully I don't get too punished by this. Did not get punished. Hopefully they don't play Solkanar. They have 5 cards in my hand and none of them deal with it. This might be a reason to play Disdainful Stroke. But I wouldn't have dealt with that either. Alright. I don't really like this, but here we are. Alright, good thing I can't negate that. Dang it. They got good cards. They're not supposed to get good cards, chat. Why did I think Cutdown was going to be good in this matchup? Oh, because I play Fable and Blood Tithe. It's a good card to have. I think I'll avoid running their upkeep. Can't be countered anyway. But just in case they have, like, some random card they want to use in response, they have to use it on their turn. Four Sphinxes? How are you liking the Sphinx, Calyx? Spell Pierce? I pay for it. Double Spell Pierce? I'm not taking that bait. I let the rest get countered. I'm so glad I drew that. We can finally get rid of these cut downs. Look, my game's actually freaking worked out the way I wanted it to work out. Wow. Wow. Game worked out. Interesting. Did HelloGoodGame bail early? Yes. Walter Cumcake. The next big weakness is the green-white band enchantment decks. You could change that, though. We could play Farewell. We got a card that I can't pronounce. Urborg Lord... Urborg Lordgroif. Urborg Lordgroif. Urborg Lordgroif. Urborg Lordgroif. Urborg Lordgroif. There. I did it. Bob Loblaw's Loblog? I said that. Emergerd, it's Urborg Lordgroif. Bob Loblaw's blog. I can say that. I can't say Urborg Lordgroif. Urborg Lordgroif. I promise you, nobody in the world can say this 2 times fast, and you can't even prove it to me because you can't say it in chat. All right, chat. Don't even do it. Don't say it in the chat twice. I can't hear you pronounce it. Video Thuso, thanks for the sub. Appreciate that. With the Prime sub, which means you subbed for free. If you have Amazon Prime and you haven't used your Prime sub on Twitch, you get a free one for 1 streamer a month. Feel free to use it on me if you want. To get closer to our sub goal, 61 remaining, in order for us to make our We're Jaming t-shirts. You can do it twice. I can't do it 5 times fast, though. Urborg Lordgroif. Urborg Lordgroif. Urborg Lordgroif. Urborg Lordgroif. Urborg Lordgroif. I still, can't even really pronounce it all the way. Alright, Djinn of the Fountain, Runic Shot, Tolarian Terror, Shadow Prophecy, Automatic Librarian, Argivian Phalanx, and Tolarian Geyser. Okay, I can actually read English. Just to test out that my tongue isn't just malfunctioning. This card's impossible to pronounce. Wizards doesn't even know. Honestly, I kind of want to play Spell Pierce. A lot of the times I just couldn't cast my other spell. I feel like there needs to be more 1-mana spells in this deck. Or I just need to do Maybe I just need to do like this. Most people say it, yeah. I say Fibblethip. It's not. Maybe I do play Spell Pierce. And then what's another efficient card I can play in my main deck? Adeline. Edgar? Well, I don't want it to be a 4-drop. I need it to be efficient. Anointed Peacekeeper, probably. This card's pretty good. Asmarana Mardica Diced in a Coldicard. I said it. Asmarana Mardica Diced in Asmarana Mardica Diced in a Coldicard. Asmarana Mardica Diced in a Coldicard. Asmarana Mardica Diced in a Coldicard. I said it. I still can't say Herbal Life. Denick? You know what card I actually really like? Urtai. I like this card. I think I like Urtai more than Interceptor. I think I want a couple 1-mana cards. Cause like, I feel like I just need to. Like, I want to be able to double spell more. Let's play a March. March seems pretty good. It's not really a 1-mana spell, but it's like, it like can be. Plus, it kind of has like a lot of uses. Like, there's a lot of times where I have like 4 mana and I'm like, dang, I have a 3 mana spell and a 2 mana spell, and I just can't cast anything else. Feels toolboxy? Yeah, I like control decks more toolboxy, and I like aggro decks less toolboxy. So like this is reactive on turns 1 and 2, and then it starts being proactive turns 3 and 4. But if I want to have a proactive spell proactive turn 3, I can play an untapped land, play a Tenacious Underdog or Bankbuster, and hold up Spell Pierce, Cut Down, or use a March and Duress. And then turn 4 could be something like play a proactive spell plus hold up a 1 mana spell. And I had a problem doing that before. So I think I'm gonna try out one more match with this. 3/1 Flash Disenchant, the 2 mana white card. I could play that since I'm playing Sarah Paragon. That doesn't sound bad. Maybe the 3rd Rafine is better then? Maybe, but I like Wedding Announcement because it's better against Invoke Despair. I could be playing Brutal Cathar, but Brutal Cathar's a little bit bad against Cut Down. Forest. Please draw an untap land. Please draw an untap land. Welp. I don't think I'm negating anything. I think whatever I duress, I can also negate. So like, maybe I just make them use their mana and negate. Hopefully they go like white mana Restoration of Aganjo or something. They played the white mana, but they didn't play... They played a Kami of Transience. See, this is what I like here. I can do this, and then I can do this, and then I can still cast my Graveyard Trespasser. Well... I take the circle. Because I want them to use less mana. I mean, I want them to use more mana, so they can't double spell this turn if they have Circle of Confinement. Even though Borrow Time can exile more things, they can't double spell if they cast Borrow Time. And they're not going to. They're not going to cast Borrow Time. Which is good for me. Alright, if I draw an untapped land, give me an untapped land so I can play Rafine and hold up negate. Give me an untapped land. Or an Emperor. Okay. I got what I wanted. Unfortunately, they have a Jukai Naturalist. And hit the land. They didn't need to land anyway. I guess if they have a another 2-mana creature, or, you know, green enchantment, they can play that in addition. But they can't because they have to discard a card. Another borrow time. Ow. Please draw the Kami, please draw the Kami, please draw the Kami. Oh, they're not going to. Opponent's smart.
Feel the energy of battle. Then guide
Do we have a land in here? Nope. Okay. I think I do this and hold up negate.
Strike fast and strike hard.
And just take the 6 from Jukai. I'm gonna have to find a way to kill this Michiko's Reign of Truth, though. I mean, I'll sack my Emperor to kill the Jukai Naturalist. Oh no! It's something I can't negate. Of course it's not. Oh. Guess I can cut down. What's this gonna be? It's gonna be a 3/3? That's not good. It's gonna be a 3/3 if I kill their thing with cut down. Well, that is a good card to top deck. Hopefully they get another Michiko's Reign of Truth. Another Jukai Naturalist. Think I just do this now? Gosh, I got max punished. Wait, did I? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No max punish here.
I have got new moves to
It's a little punish, but not max punish. I discarded my permanents so I can bring them back with Sarah Paragon.
Guards, to me.
Well, that felt pretty good. How good is Spell Pierce against them? Probably pretty good. Destroy Evil's really good too. Take out my proactive cards. And I'll win the game with, like, Sarah Paragon, probably. And, like, some creatures attacking. Gosh, I wish this was, I wish these were all Spell Pierce. I have all my cut downs in my deck still, so I shouldn't... Visitor shouldn't be that much of a problem until it gets super huge. And then when it gets super huge, I can just destroy Evil it. Alright, well that... Well, Void Red makes it easier too. I'm just gonna use all of these while I can. Hopefully they don't draw Circle of Confinement here. Alright, good. Alright, give me an untap land. Untap land, untap land. Crap. Wizard of Land. How's that for treating me? Pretty good, actually. I really like this deck. Oh, no worries, Rachel. Always love having you here. They can't cast Catilda yet. They can cast Borrow Time. But oh, they cast Michiko's instead. Well, that's good for me. Probably gonna negate this. They could cast it because it's one less from Jukai Naturalist. It's text to 5, but it's technically 4. And they have 4 mana. Am I casting Bankbuster? Probably. If I attack with Peacekeeper, they block with Naturalist. I can kill the Weaver of Harmony, which also kills the Naturalist. They could double block, or just not block at all, sure. You drew the land for Catilda. That's fine, we can make disappear it, I guess? Then they can cast Catilda back from grave, but we have Destroy Evil anyway. Is the audio off today? What, from my voice or from the game? I don't know which one. My voice? I changed my audio settings because I think they're better, but I could change them. I can change them back. Because I've been trying to improve my quality over the time. Yeah, it is just different. It probably sounds different. Yeah, but before I would have to really talk super loud for you guys to hear me, and my mic would cut off something. Would cut off things that I say if I talked softer, and it was super annoying. And I didn't know what the problem was, so I looked stuff up. I think I'm just passing here. No, I'm just gonna attack again. They're not blocking me, so. This Peacekeeper has been so good. Please use Weaver of Harmony to exile my Bankbuster. They didn't use it. Maybe they will now. Yeah, Vigilance is really good in this meta. I want to sound more masculine? Exactly. I thought yeah, that's just the reason. Has to be. No other reason. Alright, this is going to be so powerful. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I cannot wait for the absolute power that's about to happen when I destroy this borrowed time. Oh, they have another borrow time in hand? I kind of need to kill whatever they put Catilda on, honestly. Catilda's Rising Dawn? Yikes. They get to copy this again. Alright, I need to draw land. So they get to go borrowed time plus Weaver, exile both of these again? Oh yeah, need an untap land. Untap land. Thank you. Let's freaking go. So I can just do enchantments and that's it? No, enchantments and graveyards. I almost named Commune with Spirits, but I named Borrowed Time because it's like the only thing that get them back from here, right? Emperor, let's go. Ooh, another one. I can name Michiko's Reign of Truth. Alright, I went to Peacekeeper's Gas. Oh, I almost named Spirited Companion too. No. Annoying Peacekeeper is definitely a thing. Alright. I should have named Circle of Confinement, I guess. In some ways, it's better than PV. Because you can name Bankbuster and it's 2 extra mana to use the Bankbuster, even when it's already on the board. It just doesn't have flying. The 3 toughness is relevant and the vigilance is relevant. Concede.
I've learned much during my travels.
I said it and they did it.
Not much of a roadblock.
Ah, feels good. All right. I like this. For attorneys, an open deck list is a must if you play white. What card? Farewell? Or Peacekeeper? Peacekeeper? I think Peacekeeper is awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate it. I'll be back again tomorrow later on. Actually, I'm actually probably not streaming tomorrow, honestly. I have a meeting at 3 o'clock, which is usually like right in the middle of my stream time, and I'm also going over my fiance's house later on. So if I streamed, I would only have like an hour or two of streaming, and it's probably too little of time to do anything. So no stream tomorrow, and then I will be back on Wednesday to stream. Anyways, I don't know about Thursday though, because Thursday morning is going to be a huge hurricane coming here in Florida, so I'm not sure how my power is going to be, or if I even can stream because of the hurricane. So definitely a stream on Wednesday. Don't know about Thursday or Friday technically, because of, you never know, power outages and stuff. But I'll let everyone know in the Discord and on Twitter what's going on. But definitely no stream tomorrow. We'll be back on Wednesday. Have a good rest of your day. Let's go over to Arne Huschenbeth, and I'll see you guys next time. And as always, Goose Gang out. Let's go!